Cut through the packing straps of the outer carton with scissors, then remove the outer carton. Cut through the securing cable ties of the accessory box, then remove the accessory packing carton. Cut through the 3 securing cable ties that fasten the front wheel. Remove the front wheel rim assembly and place it aside for later use. Cut through the 2 securing cable ties on both sides of the handlebar clamp. Use a socket wrench to remove all bolts underneath the packaging iron frame. Carefully remove the metal frame. Remove the protective film and pearl cotton from the car body. Cut the cable ties securing the number plate and remove it for later use. Remove the front fender that is fixed to the rear wheel and set aside. Cut off all cable ties on the right side of the vehicle and remove the pearl cotton. Then, all the cable ties on the left side were removed, and the bubble wrap and pearl cotton were taken out. Use an M14 box wrench to hold the front wheel axle in place. Simultaneously, use an M17 box wrench to loosen the front wheel axle nut. Then remove the front wheel axle for later use. Find an assistant to lift the motorcycle onto the repair bench for installation. Cut the top and bottom cable ties securing the handlebar and remove the handlebar. Open the accessory packaging box and take out all of the accessories. All accessories supplied with the vehicle. Install pressure block. Place the side with the step on the lower part of the pressure block facing backward and install it onto the mounting hole at the rear of the upper triple clamp. After installation, use an M8 hex key wrench to tighten the lower pressure block. Install the upper pressure block. Remove the protective film and place the handlebar into the mounting groove of the lower pressure block. To prevent scratching of the handlebar, do not remove the protective film on the handlebar at this stage. The upper pressure block has no front-rear orientation. When installing, straighten the handlebar. After the pressure block is properly seated, tighten the mounting bolts to ensure it is secure. Install front fenders. Remove the 4 front fender mounting bolts located at the lower triple clamp. Install a flat washer onto each bolt. Align the mounting holes of the front fender with those of the lower triple clamp. First, screw the 4 bolts into the mounting holes by hand. Then tighten the front fender with an M8 box wrench. Install number plate. Use an M8 socket to remove the number plate mounting bolts. Snap the front brake cable into the oil pipe slot on the number plate. Insert the 2 limiting pins into the limiting holes. Then use an M8 socket to tighten the number plate. Install front brake calipers. Remove the brake caliper using an M10 socket wrench. Route the brake caliper around the inner side of the shock absorber to keep the oil pipe on the inner side of the shock absorber. Then refit the caliper and tighten it securely. Use an M3 hex key wrench to loosen the left bolt of the oil pipe clamp, then loosen the right bolt. Snap the oil pipe into the slot and clamp the oil pipe clamp onto the rubber sleeve on the oil pipe. Then screw the bolts back and tighten them securely. Install front wheels. Remove the front wheel spacer. Insert the front wheel axle into the mounting hole of the right front shock absorber, and then slide the shorter front wheel spacer onto the front wheel axle. Align the brake disc with the gap between the brake pads and snap it into place. Lift the front wheel, align its mounting holes with the front wheel axle, and pass the front wheel axle through the hub core. Insert the longer front wheel spacer from the side of the brake disc, align it with the mounting hole, slide it over the front wheel axle, and screw on the nut. Use an M14 box end wrench to hold the front wheel axle in place. Then use an M17 box end wrench to tighten the front wheel axle nut securely. Ensure it is fully tightened. Install the rear shock absorber. Remove the rear brake oil pipe. Lift the rear wheel to align the mounting holes of the rear shock absorber with those on the swing arm. Pass the fastening bolts through the aligned holes and screw on the nuts. Use an M14 box end wrench to hold the nut in place. Then use an M13 box wrench to tighten the rear shock absorber securely. Snap the rear brake oil pipe back into place. Install the footrest gear. Use a needle nose pliers to straighten the cotton on the footrest pin, and then remove the cotter pin together with the footrest pin. Align the mounting holes of the footrest gear with those of the footrest bracket, and insert the pin from front to rear. Finally, pass the cotter pin through the mounting hole of the footrest pin, and use needle nose pliers to bend the cotter pin. Install the chest protector and breathing tube. Insert either end of the breathing protection tube into the vent hole on the fuel tank cap. Secure the other end with frame cable ties. Ensure the breather tube remains ventilated. Do not over-tighten the cable ties. Peel open the Velcro on the chest protector cover and remove the chest protector padding. Prise open the clamping slots of the chest protector padding and clip it onto the crossbar on the handlebar. Wrap the chest protector cover over the chest protector padding. Remove the bubble wrap that protects the throttle housing and handlebar grip. Unscrew the quick release bolt at the rear of the seat cushion and remove the protective film. Reinstall the seat cushion. Secure the wire harness with the left side cable tie. Finish the installation of the whole vehicle.